Welcome back, Souls fans, to part 2 of my walk/playthrough here. So today we're going to be doing the first boss in Undeadburg. So let's just do that. Now, this is like about the third easiest boss in the game. There's actually two bosses that are easier than it. We already faced the first one, you know, the ass boss, you know, the one with the giant butt. That one's extraordinarily easy, as you saw me fight it. Okay, so this room you gotta be really careful. You kind of get ambushed, but if you're prepared for it, it's pretty easy. See, I only got like hit once or something. So pretty simple. You just come in through. One of the enemies are behind this door. This door is shut. He walks in, and then there's two enemies in this room, so you gotta be careful there. That door there is going to be locked. You can open it later. Oh, let me move my mouse out of the way. Yeah, I'm sure that bugged the crap out of... Anyway, bugs the crap out of me. So this is an optional route over here. Some enemies hidden there. But there's actually a chest in this room. What's inside this chest? I don't remember. Some black fire bombs. So that's going to be helpful on the next boss. Actually, let's prepare our inventory for the next boss. So he's weak against fire and lightning. So let's pick up some fire bombs. And let's pick up... Oh, we don't have it yet. In the next building, there's going to be actually some resin that we apply to our sword that gives it a lightning element, which can be used on the boss. Oh. Yeah, you gotta watch out for that guy. He almost always jumps forward. Sometimes he doesn't, though. And this guy right here will basically just stand back while these two attack you, and he'll just throw fire bombs. So you want to take care of him as soon as possible. Up there, you can take the ladder. There's nothing really great up there. Now this door here, normally, if you didn't pick up the master key, right, you're not going to be able to open this. But I picked up the residence key from killing the merchant down there, if you remember in the previous part of this series. So, here is where we find the resin. Okay, gold pine resin. So, that's going to be put in our inventory. And now, this is also another easy way by coming through that door is you actually just skip these three enemies. And there's a very strong enemy down there that could potentially give us something good. So let's check it out. Let's see if I'm not too rusty at the game. There we go. So you want to make sure to clear out this area. And actually, there's a guy up here that's going to continue to fire bolts from a crossbow. So let's just take care of him so he doesn't interrupt this challenging fight. Okay. So then this next enemy is... I would consider this more difficult than the boss we're about to fight. At least right now. Because he's just much quicker. So I was hoping to get a backstab there, but no such luck. Usually, parrying this guy's attacks is the quickest way to go about this, but I'll show you how to do it without parrying, because I know parrying's really risky. You gotta be careful. So we're just gonna heal up here. Now, a way to cheese this boss is actually just climb that ladder and drop down on top of him or something like that. But we're just gonna backstab him. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. See how much damage I did? 80. Look at his health bar. He still has quite a bit of health. You have to be careful, too, to make sure to back off. Don't be afraid to back off. And see, right here, this is where you heal, because you see he, like, stutters there. That's a very good tactic there, is that when you need to back off and heal, you just come up here, wait for him to walk up those stairs, and then you just drop down, and he doesn't know what to do. See? It's a cheap way to do this. Okay, and you have to be careful. Sometimes when he gets up, he attacks immediately. So you want to be careful. Okay? So even doing this now, see, if you just stand in that corner, he kind of just walks around. Now sometimes the AI is a bit weird. Like, he'll do things that you won't suspect him of doing. Like, he just does random things. Like, you know when he walks up those stairs and drops down and he does that stutter? Sometimes he'll just run at you. and he will hit you. So you have to be careful. Okay? So don't... Sometimes just rolling for no reason is not a bad idea. Because when you're rolling, you're basically invincible. So don't be afraid to just roll and get some of your stamina back. Try to get around him. Just get those backstabs. Pretty simple. Now this guy can drop his sword, and I believe he can drop his shield. So I think what we want here is actually the sword. Since I'm not using shields, obviously. Okay. Now this guy does kill me, so I don't recommend this for your first playthrough. But I'm just trying to show you that it is possible, and you do get some cool things from it. See, that's what I'm talking about. He just runs at you sometimes. And god damn, he's very aggressive. He doesn't usually do this. Okay, so now we're gonna try to get his AI to change up. See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm just gonna fast forward a lot of this stuff. Alright guys, so that's how you do it. I did this about 3 times. Second time I screwed up and accidentally equipped my gold pine resin in the middle of the fight, and when I went to heal, instead I pine resined. So it kind of screwed me up. But the third time's that's the charm, right, or something like that. The saying goes somewhat like that. But so yeah, parrying is the easy way for me. Just because I know the timings and stuff. But for like your first time fighting him, try the other way. Because it's just, you don't have to be as perfect with your timings and everything. But you also have to rely a little bit on RNG that he doesn't go all crazy. So we actually got, excuse me, both his sword and a upgrade stone, which is really, really nice. So we can't equip this weapon. It requires 20 strength and 18 dex, but this is a good sword. It's not the best sword, obviously, but it's a decent sword. Okay. So we're approaching the boss fight. There's the fog to the boss fight. And before we go through there, we're gonna kill this crystal lizard. Some more upgrade. Okay, so we got some twinkling titanite. Now, let's traverse this white light. Now, before we go forward and trigger the boss to come into the area, we're gonna go to this ladder that's somewhat hidden to the right side of the fog wall. And we're gonna take care of these guys. Oh! Oh man! No! I just got here. Okay. So there we go. I'm just gonna Estus Flask. I don't really need Estus Flasks to kill this boss. I've been making a lot of stupid mistakes, but yeah. So, oh, that's another thing. If you're climbing a ladder, just have circle or what is it on B on Xbox. You just slide down. You don't have to hold down or something. You don't need to be using the analog stick. You just tap the circle or B button. Okay. So we're just, once you see him leap over that tower there, we're just going to run back to the ladder here. It's going to be running at us. It's going to be pretty scary. But at the bottom there, you see I'm equipping the black fire bombs. So now he's gonna jump up here. And the second he jumps up here, we're gonna throw a firebomb. Oh, I missed. It went between his legs. That's pretty funny. Okay. So staying right between his legs is the safest place you can be. If you stand right here, he almost can never hit you. And you make sure even if you're in between his legs, just roll when he attacks. Because then he absolutely cannot hit you. That move's pretty annoying. It's got a little bit of an AoE, so you need to watch out for that. And you notice once I ran out of my black fire bombs, I equipped my fire bombs. Okay, that's staggered him. So it takes about 6 fire bombs to stagger him. 5 black and 1 normal. Gonna roll. And there you go, easy as that. I didn't need to swing my weapon once. So we're gonna unequip those. And we didn't buy any of those fire bombs. Those are just fire bombs that the ones that we picked up in Firelink Shrine, the first area, the first fire, the first bonfire that we came across. And then the black fire bombs are the ones that we found in the chest. So these are all things we've just picked up along the way, and it makes the boss significantly easier. And you notice that we actually got some humanity as well. So, not bad. We are starting to pick up quite a bit of souls. Okay, so here's an item here. Don't forget to, or don't miss this. It's nothing important, but souls are always nice. Okay. And now we're gonna meet one of the most infamous NPCs in the game. The Great Solaire. I love this scene. This is just a beautiful area of the game. Okay, let's talk to him.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Alright, so we're gonna talk to him again.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Alright, so what just happened there is he gave us an item that allows us to place down our summon sign in order to help other players online. Now, in order to place your summon sign, you need to be in hollow form, which you see at the top left, that gray circle, that needs to be gray. If you're in human form, that circle will be white. So we're going to run across this bridge. We have to be careful though, because there is going to be a dragon. Or a drake, rather. Okay, so once he does that, we're going to go ahead and run across as fast as possible, going directly like a somewhat of a diagonal here, and then we're going to roll down here, and now we're safe. So now we can go, you can run across that bridge, or you can go this way, but we won't worry about that now. Right now we're going to kick down this ladder, and what this does is this actually unlocks a shortcut from the bonfire to the next area. So I think that's it for this episode. So we got the Black Knight, and we got the boss, And in the next part of this walk slash playthrough, we're gonna I'll go across the bridge, and then I'll show you the area underneath the bridge as well. And then I'll show you a secret sword that probably everyone knows and everyone hates. So actually, yeah, everyone, screw that sword. Nobody likes that sword. It's a good sword, but we're gonna be a man. We're gonna be a man. We're gonna use this tiny little, this toothpick sword. All right. Oh, that's another thing I didn't mention, was that I actually changed swords, and the reason for this is when you're parrying, you can't. I mean, I've seen people do it, but I don't like doing it. Is when you parry and riposte, you have to attack with your one-handed sword, right? You have to attack with one hand. So my sword, I can't. This Uchikatana, I can't equip with one hand. So I was only doing like 15 damage, as opposed to like over 100 damage with this sword. So yeah, just a small note there. Anyways, I always make these videos longer than they should be. And man, if I could talk. Anyways, next episode, we have quite a bit of souls, so we're gonna level up and stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in part 3.